So what is homeschooling like? Well, I'm homeschooling my two children, Luke and Penny, and I am loving it. I was homeschooled myself and I'm really enjoying this journey. And today we're going to go through what my typical day is like. So stick around, this is going to be a great video. So my day usually starts really early in the morning. I go for a walk to my local coffee shop, and then I grab a coffee. I usually pray on the way in and then listen to the Bible on the way back. So at the moment it's winter, so it's hard getting up so early, 5:30 in the morning usually, but I find it's a really amazing start to the day. After this I come home and get the kids' milk ready, go in and wake them up, and then we sit down, eat our breakfast while I read the Bible to them. So I usually read a couple of chapters of the Bible to them. And this is a really great time for bonding, and the kids learn comprehension, and obviously we teach them about Jesus too, which is wonderful. We also like to read books together as a family. We read all sorts of different books. This particular book has all sorts of stories in it: mythology, fairies, everything, all the traditional ones. And this is Luke doing his math lesson. So we have online math lessons where Luke is taught by BJU teachers. Basically, it's not live, so they're just video lessons, but Lukey loves to do this because he doesn't really get much screen time. And so for him, he really concentrates on it because he gets so little, and he loves doing it. And it's quite interactive, so it's sort of a count with me, so he counts with the lady on the screen. Penny's usually really happy to do her own thing in the background, or she'll join in and count alongside too. Here you can see she's just playing alongside Luke. Sometimes she is distracting, and I'll coax her down onto the floor so we can play with the toys together. So it just depends on how distracting she is and if Luke can learn with her there. Here I am sitting with Luke and we're looking at the clock. So we've learnt the clock previously on video lessons. So this is me just trying to reinforce the concepts and talk about, you know, what does 12 o'clock mean, what are minutes and what are hours, and there's a little song we sing together there. So that's pretty fun. We do a bit of math, and then at other times we'll do our ABCs as well. And here we are. We like to get out every day and go somewhere. This week we actually went to the Discovery Centre, which is kind of like a science centre for under fives, and then we went to the Science Centre the next day. But here we are, they've got a little car park here, and we can go into the centre up the lift and through this foyer area. They've also got these really neat activities you can do. There's so much stuff happening at this centre. I really love it because they can discover so many things. Here's some little trinkets. Both of the kids are loving this area. And then here's a nice little way to learn about the street signs. So Luke asked me lots of questions about what each sign meant. Learning the globe, all the different countries. And by the way, I just wanted to ask you, can you please subscribe below? My mum is subscribed and she watches, but she never comments. What is that, Mum? And then this is a light box to look at what happens if you stick that little clear thing into the light box. What happens? This is where you learn about the countryside and different animals. That was X-rays. I love this area too because they have story time. They also have craft they can do. This is wonderful, so Luke doesn't have to mess up my living room area. And Penny's just happy to do her own thing. And here they are having morning tea together. And I was really fortunate at this time because they have some stick insects, and the lady was happy to bring out the stick insects to show us. And that was so much fun, just letting them crawl on you. This little girl let it crawl on her, but she got a bit spooked halfway through. So, and there it is going on the handler again. These guys were so lovely, and I like to teach Lukey to clean up his mess completely, so the birds don't get it and other people don't have to do it for him too. So just teaching him how we would like to be treated ourselves if we were the staff. I love the Discovery Centre because it's got amazing outdoor spaces as well, which you can really enjoy, and the kids love it. There you can see they're really loving it. Bamboo. I love this section. They do lots of dancing with the kids, so the kids learn spatial awareness and kinesthetic movement. And this guy is really fun. He did a really great job with the kids. Heads and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And here we are, we're going out of the centre now. The kids are having a look at the fish and the seashells. And there's the gift shop. Oh, they always have one, don't they, in these sorts of centres? Oh, Mum, can I please have this? This was another day. We went to the science space, so that's science for over 5. So this was a little bit beyond Luke, but he got some of the stuff. And I think we've got a year's subscription, so we'll go every now and again and have a look at these things. And I think Luke will learn more every time he goes. So this little mechanical thing lights up when you put it on there. This one moves. You've got to use the controls to move it back and forth, and then you use the controls also to move the weight on the bottom back and forth. So it just sort of teaches kids a little bit about mechanical movement. Both kids were fascinated with this one. This one was teaching Luke all about magnets. This one had a fan underneath it, and you'd put this parachute man in the fan and it would come out the top of it, and Luke loved it. He kept doing it. This one was great, bubbles. Penny was a big fan of this one. And here's a bionic elephant. So if you turn those wheels really quickly, then the elephant moves. Here we can see the ears moving on the elephant. After these trips, Penny often gets quite tired, so we can go home at that point. And the kids are usually exhausted by then, so the idea is to give them a nice lunch as they quiet down a little bit. I really love having fun with my kids. It makes the day go so much faster. I do so many silly things and the kids think I'm a scream, and that just it's lovely to see my kids really enjoying my company. And I think that's really important, to not just be mum, but to be fun and to be enjoyable and make the day go quickly. Lukey likes to listen to an audiobook while Penny has quiet time. Usually this is a few hours. And then Penny wakes up, has some afternoon tea, and we go out into the backyard together. We've got a beautiful backyard. We've got a little rabbit. Penny loves the rabbit. And yeah, I just hang the clothes on the line while the kids enjoy the backyard and play in there. We've got a little cubby house. And this is a little fire pit we really had a lot of fun with the other day. After Dad gets home and has a shower, he usually sits and reads to the kids while I make dinner. You can see they're really enjoying, they love their dad. Dad is very, very kind and gentle. So I'm very blessed to have such an amazing husband. And here we are right before we go to bed at night. I again read a chapter of the Bible if I've got it in me. Most nights we do that. I'd say probably 6 out of 7 nights we'll read a chapter of the Bible together. And again, this is lovely. We get to continue off what we started in the morning. So often Dad will do this or I'll do this depending on how tired we are, because usually by that time you're exhausted, right? This is a great opportunity for Penny to wind down as well. And then Lukey will also get into bed. He's usually pretty tired. Luke will then also listen to the Bible at night. And yeah, he loves listening to the Bible at night and falling asleep to that. I then usually head out for another walk at night. I just find that walking that much in the morning and in the evening, if I can get around to it and I'm not too tired, just gives me more energy. And you'd think it would be the other way around, but for me, I absolutely don't find that that is the case. And so I love going for walks. It's just a really good time for me.
If you're thinking, yeah, I love the sound of homeschooling and that's the life for me, then click here on this video, because this is going to show you exactly how you can start homeschooling and love it. So give it a click.